You're in a conversation, the other person is talking, and while they're talking, you're preparing the next sentence. Does this sound familiar? This means you're not listening, you're rehearsing. And that's why your answers sometimes feel off. Like they don't quite fit with what the other person said. You missed it, you were too busy planning. This is one of the most common problems I see in B1 learners. Not vocabulary and not grammar. Simply the habit of stopping to listen when it's your turn to think. Good speakers, they don't do this. They listen all the way through. And they use what the other person said as material. That's why they never run out of things to say. The conversation gives it to them. Today I want to give you 3 moves that make you a better listener. And because of that, a better speaker. Move 1. The echo. When the other person says something interesting, repeat the most surprising word back to them, with a rising tone. That's it. If someone says, I just got promoted, you can say, promoted? Then they will continue explaining, and you didn't even have to ask a question. You just gave them a signal to continue, and you gave yourself a few seconds to think. You can do this with almost anything. For example, if someone says, I moved here 3 years ago, you can say, 3 years ago? Someone says, work has been hard. You can say, hard? One word, rising tone, works every time. Move 2. The pause. Most learners feel silence immediately because silence feels wrong. But a 1-second pause after the other person finishes does something important. It signals that you were actually thinking about what they said. That makes you sound more confident, not less. The next time, count to 1 in your head before you respond. That 1 second changes the whole feel of the conversation. Try it in your next conversation and notice what happens. Move 3. Connect before you redirect. Before you change the topic or add your own opinion, say one phrase that shows you heard them. Just one, like, that makes sense. I can see why. That sounds tough. Or interesting. After that, add your thought. If you skip this, it sounds like you weren't listening, even if you were. The connection phrase costs you 1 second. It changes how the whole thing lands. Here's what the 3 moves have in common. They slow you down. They give you time to think. And they make the other person feel heard. That's what good speakers do. They don't talk more. They listen better. Listening is not waiting for your turn. It's collecting material for your next sentence. Every word the other person says is something you can use. So stop planning. Start collecting. Which of these 3 moves will help you the most right now? The echo, the pause, or connect? Tell me in the comments. If this helped, subscribe. New lessons on YouTube every Tuesday and Saturday.